Let's go to Linda, Daytona Beach, Florida. Back this up. Linda, great to have you. Welcome to the EIB Network. Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving and mega dittos, Rush.
Thank you. Same to you.
Oh, no problem. Anyway, I just wanted to say that there isn't anything that Trump could say or do at this point that would make me not vote for him.
Nothing?
No, he is the first candidate in years that I can remember who has put the needs of the American people and America before anything else.
Are you worried that he would become a dick? Oh, by the way, I need to add something. During the break, we had a call from Westchester County. He said Trump's going to appoint his sister as a judge who's pro-choice, and her name is Mary Ann. She doesn't want the gig. She's already said she doesn't want it. Trump himself is pro-life. He used to be pro-choice until he saw an abortion or saw video or pictures. He's become pro-life now. His sister doesn't want the gig, so she won't be appointed. That's the kind of stuff that takes on a life of its own and becomes real, like this fake Muslim registry story and CNN fake edits, real edits to fake up what Trump supposedly said. But in your case, Linda, there's nothing, and I'm not asking you to imagine anything. There's nothing that could shake your support for the Trumpster.
Pretty much no. If you even listen to Bush on his commercials, he's saying, what America should do for other people in other countries. I'm so sick of it. I wasn't even going to vote this time, Rush. I was so sick of the establishment. Fool me once, fool me twice.
Yeah, I hear you.
And then I heard Trump speak, and I'm like, guess what? You're my man. I believe Trump when he said he'll build the wall. And, I think he's a little narcissist because he will build the wall and everyone will call it the Trump wall, But I think he's also a successful businessman.
Right. So it wouldn't bother you if the Trump wall said Trump on both sides of it. He's a little bit of a narcissist. He might name the wall after himself. Folks, this is my point. The drive-bys had better take heed here and stop wasting energy. There's nothing you can do, particularly bouncing off everyday news items and news events. How long is it going to take? Trump has held the lead for more days than there are remaining until the Hawkeye caucus. Now, the establishment types still think they're in denial. They still think this isn't real. They still think it may as well be late July, early August, and Trump's not really serious. There's something else up his sleeve, but he's going to quit at some point. We are approaching December. We are well past the point of no return. There are fewer days remaining. Trump's had the lead in more time than remains before the first vote. And these supporters of his, the only way that this support bond that's been built can be shattered is Trump. And I don't know what it would be, but he's built up enough so-called political capital that he can afford 2 or 3 gaffes before it starts to hurt him. Trump Wall and Guard Tower. Yeah, call it, actually name it after like a hotel, like a resort. The Trump Wall and Guard Towers. And the guards would be wearing Trump uniforms because they'd be Trump employees. But there are worries. I must tell you from the intellectualates, the intellectuals, they do worry. Let me see if I can voice their worry correctly. They worry that Trump's voters would support dictatorship if Trump were addressing their complaints. And the intellectuals say this poses a great threat to, of course, our democracy, because when voters are willing to tolerate democracy in their own special interest, then, of course, that's the end of our republic. Well, for example, repealing Obamacare. If Trump just came in and literally grabbed page by page and ripped it up on TV and said, that's it, Obamacare's finished, and there was no legislation killing it and no this or that Trump supporters would cheer it. When he doesn't have, no president has the power to do that. A president cannot rip up legislation and just routinely consign it to the trash can. But the intellectuals fear that Trump supporters are so adamantly opposed to Obamacare that if someone came along and actually did that, they would applaud it. And thus they would be applauding wholesale dictatorship. And then that would be the end of our grand experiment. That's what they're out there saying to each other. Not realizing that they're supporting that very same garbage going on right now for the last 7 years for all intents and purposes.